Now, did there come a time that you also worked in the adult film industry? Yes. Why did you move into doing that work? It started the same way I just explained. So when you had those, you were this guest star, this featured entertainer. You can do contests, and you could literally be Miss Nude North America, or you can do magazines, like I said. But each one of these are sort of like a level. They top out on a pay grade. And the people who make the most for their appearances were the girls, performers who had done adult films. And I topped out of rate and was doing really well. I never had any sort of issue with nudity or sex or adult films. Went to California with a girlfriend of mine who was out there to do a shoot. And she obviously just wanted me to go with her, and I never went to California. She said, "I will pay for your trip. I am so scared." So I went with her. I was an extra, like a completely clothed background extra, in a bar on her shoots. And the director, who is a very famous director from a famous adult company, Wicked Pictures, saw me and said he actually thought I was already an adult actress and asked me if I would be in another movie. I honestly was kind of scared to do it. And she said, "I will do it with you, and just doing one you can say you have done it, and it bumps you up in pay grade." So I said yes, and I will cut out a lot of the other details, and 5 days later she got on a plane to fly back home, and I got offered a contract at Wicked Pictures. And how old were you at the time? 23. Did there come a time that you started writing for adult films? Yes, about 6 months later. Were you still about 23 years old? I was 23, yes. Do you continue to write for adult films? Yes, I still do. And did there come a time when you started directing in that industry? Yes, I directed my first adult film. It was a feature, there are two kinds of films. One that is like not scripted and you are just sort of like seen. There is no thinking, or you don't have to learn dialogue or whatever. And then there are adult features that are very scripted, kind of the ones if you cut out the really naughty stuff, you will see on TV late at night. They are basically actual movies that have sex. That's what the company I wrote for did. I was one of the youngest, if not the youngest, adult feature director, and definitely the youngest female feature director. I started directing when I was 23, and I have directed over 150 films, and I have won 11 Best Director Awards and 2 Best Screenplays. And have you also acted in what we would call mainstream movies? Yes. Could you give the jury examples of those you did? Sure. I was in a movie called 40-Year-Old Virgin, Knocked Up, Finding Bliss, a whole bunch. I have been in TV shows too. I was in a television show called The Dirt with Courtney Cox, super bad. And have you also acted in some music videos? Yes, I did some music videos for Maroon 5, a band called Granny 4-Barrel Rob Zombie. Have you also directed some music videos? Yes. Have you also written, or are you writing some books? Yes. I have written a book, and I am in the process of finishing up 2 others.